Good shot, kid. I think you got him. Good shot, kid. I think you got him.
Hello there, and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Today we're continuing on with our Let's Play. This is episode 50. In today's episode, we're back in the mix for the story missions. This time we're heeding the call that we got just after we blew up the crack factory from someone who said they know us, but they weren't revealing their identity. They said come out to their ranch here in Tierra Bada, so that's what we've done. We'll see if they revealed their identity or what, but either way I'm very curious to see who it is. Let's find out in a Monster.
Carl, darling, welcome.
So fucking welcome, man. What you know about my family?
Now first we need to see what you're made of.
What it look like I'm made of? Pudding?
No, anger and hate. That's what I like about you. Hey, there's a truck in the garage. I say we take it for a spin.
Here's the deal. This is all about speed and commitment. You got GPS in the cab. Get to each set of the map coordinates as quick as you can. Make it to all the coordinates, then get the truck back here, lose the truck, and you fail.
First, what's the GPS? Second, fail what? And third, who the fuck are you?
Sorry. Need to know basis only. Oh, one more thing. This baby's got four-wheel steering instead of a handbrake. Good luck.
Okay, so before we find out who the mystery person is, we need to do ourselves a trial apparently to see if we are worthy, which involves driving this monster truck, so this should be fun. I think it's the first time we've actually used the monster truck in this game. Of course, we have seen it before. It was one of the rewards that we got for the 8-track side mission, but we've never actually used it before, so that's what we're doing here. So, the monster truck, it's a very fun vehicle, don't get me wrong, very, very capable vehicle, obviously. However, one slight issue with this vehicle is it is very, very difficult to keep it in one piece. What I mean by that, well, I mean it's very hard to keep in a straight line if you hit a rock like that, but it's very difficult to keep this vehicle in one piece because it has some interesting physics properties. So it can roll, which is interesting, and also if you try to run a car over with it, you can get some spectacular results sometimes. You can flip cars around and do all sorts of weird stuff. However, crucially, the one problem with doing that is it can make the truck also have some adverse effects. So instead of driving a monster truck for fun here, I'm sort of driving it to keep it in one piece. So if you see me being slightly more, what's the word I'm looking for, preservative than I usually would be with driving, that's why, because you cannot destroy this truck during this mission. Either way, it's a pretty fun checkpoint run through the desert in the monster truck. We've got to beat a target time of 6 minutes 30, which should be pretty easy. I'm going to aim for about 5 minutes. There is actually like a small leaderboard that shows up at the end of this mission, which is strange because you can't actually replay it. But the leaderboard at the top time is 4:30, I think. So that's, I believe I have done this in 4:30 before, but don't expect a 4:30 run. I'd say 5 minutes, but we should definitely be beating 6:30. No doubt about that. I don't think anything changes on how quick you are either, so the reward doesn't increase or anything like that, so that's worth bearing in mind. Anyways, of course, one thing this does do, this mission, quite nicely, is introduce you to the Bonelands, the desert, which is a place we haven't been before. It only just unlocked with Yay Kaboom Boom. So we get to go to the desert now, which is a lot like the countryside, but, well, desert. Slightly less desolate than the countryside, slightly less mysterious than the countryside, but no less interesting. So that's actually pretty fun that we get to come here. There's, I think it's 2 or 3 little towns around here. A lot of sort of deserty roads. There's lots of interesting stuff to find out here, which of course we will explore the extent of this area as we usually do, finding collectibles and all sorts of stuff like that. So, yeah. Also, quite a few good rally stages in this. I'm sure there has been a San Andreas rally on like a multiplayer server before, but even still. It was actually one thing that I had quite a bit of fun doing in GTA 5 when it first came out with the route creator, which I believe actually only came out for the game after it was out for a while. Sort of setting up some stages for like a Los Santos style rally. That was pretty fun. So, but yeah, as you can see, it's pretty easy. No, we won't go through the barn. I was tempted to try and show off and go through there, but we won't. So now, of course, we're making our way back to the ridge. So the starting, or the ending point is where the starting point is. We're actually basically retreading our tracks at this point now. Oop, let's not do that. What are we on? Almost 4 minutes. Yeah, this isn't the best run of this. I'm not trying to go for the best run of this either, if I'm being honest. Just because it doesn't really... There's no real reason to take unnecessary risks during this, so... We'll try not to. I can also say I don't quite know the route off the top of my head. That's what I was talking about with car physics. Almost rolled it. We're not going to get that 430, but... Again, 5 minutes entirely possible. Come down here. There we go. Use the arse end to hit it. Alright, that's not bad. 441. .420 was the top time. Never mind.
Boy. Boss will be in touch.
Boss will be in touch. Okay. Well, I mean, we got $4,000 out of it. Maybe you do get a monetary reward depending on how well you do. I don't think so, though. I can't say I've ever seen anything about that. But either way, not too bad. A time, I guess. We got second on the leaderboard.
Who the fuck is this?
Son, get back to the ranch, and I'll explain everything. And I mean everything.
Can't you just tell me now? I guess not.
Seems he wants to come clean about who he is. Let's see who this mystery son of a bitch is with Hijack.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, what the fuck, man? Hey, Torino, I told you my bad, man. What the hell can I say? I screwed you over.
Calm down, kid.
Just go ahead and kill me then.
Calm down.
Man, you ain't nothing but a fucking yayo dealer anyway, Torino.
Shut up and sit down. Well, you think I'm a drug dealer? And you think you're a crusader for good? Do you have any idea what's going on? Any idea whatsoever? Do you? Do you?
Nah, I pay as little attention to things as
Do
possible.
not be a fucking smartass with me. I work for a government agency. It is not important which one. I will try not to confuse you. Yes, when we last met, I was involved in battling threats in Latin America by any means necessary. That does not make me a drug dealer. Now, the money that we raised, the friends that we won over, have helped us immeasurably in our overseas interests.
Government agency?
Kids like you expect heroes. We're fighting a war out there. I'll be a hero and I'll lose. And what do we have? Communism in Ohio. People sharing. Nobody buying stuff. That kind of bullshit. So relax and listen.
All right, I'm listening.
I know what kind of guy you are. I need a guy like you to do things I can't get caught doing.
Like what?
I need you to commandeer a truck. A rival agency with a confused social agenda. They got things that we need. Now, this is a two-man job. You'll need a friend. Use your sister's boyfriend, but don't tell him a thing. Remember, I'll be watching you.
I got here as fast as I could, CJ.
Yeah, you sure did. How you know I needed help?
Man, you losing it, Holmes. You phoned me a half hour ago.
I did? I mean, oh yeah, I did. Sorry, man, I got a whole lot on my mind.
Okay, well that was a plot twist I wasn't expecting. Oh, I mean, the game kind of foreshadows that, but yeah, Mike Chirino is alive and now we have to work with him. He's working for a government agency. You couldn't tell by the suit and the way he spoke last time, but yes, quite the interesting twist, I guess. In fact, that Chirino is alive, and also Chirino sees the good in you. The only remaining member of the syndicate left alive. Pretty much, well, apart from Big Smoke, obviously. Although he's not so much a member as he was just using them. So now we've got to go jack a truck on the freeway, which is full of a substance which we have no idea what it is. But it's something. The bike says Preacher on it. I believe this... Is this a PCJ? Yeah, it's a PCJ. I thought it was a BF400 for a second there, which is one of the worst bikes in the game. Hopefully we can get this very quickly, because the quicker we get it, the easier it is to drive to the destination where it's supposed to go. There we go. Also, the truck has interesting physics. Fun fact, if you can actually somehow jack the truck while it's being driven like that, it will maintain those physics. So you can drive around in a truck that throws all sorts of cars everywhere, which is hilariously good fun. Do I want to risk it for a chocolate biscuit? No, we'll play it safe. We'll drive around to the garage using the roads instead of using the train line. Apparently we're going to take it back to our garage, which seems a bit of a stupid thing to do, you know, driving a potential rival agency's truck into a garage full of a substance we don't know about, but CJ isn't known for his massive intelligence, shall we say, so... Anyways, let's drive this thing down to the garage. No care needs to be paid on the condition it arrives in, so we'll just ram him out the way. And arrive we do. Okay, $7,000. Mission passed. Now we need to get back into the Badlands, because he does have another mission. So I know what I want to do before we get to that mission, which is go to the airport, because this next mission is very, very long if you don't have the right sort of transport to do it in. Also, driving for a while will give us something to do while we wait for the phone call, which is coming, so it's a double convenience. We get to do something while waiting around, and also we get the phone call quicker. And we'll get an advantage in the next mission, which is something we will desperately need, because people who know San Andreas will know it to be one of the most boring missions in the entire game. Alright. Yeah. Fuck your valid pilot license. Can we answer this while falling? Yes.
Here, now. Don't screw around.
What an asshole.
Okay. Don't screw around. Well, about that. I sort of need to screw around Chirino, because otherwise this mission is going to take even longer than it does normally. Also, fun little thing, I guess. You see this with a few of the markers in the game. It's a T, but it's with a tinge of grey. I think they do that when there's too many mission givers with the same icon, so T, or there's a few others as well. I think they do it just in case, so you don't get confused. But then again, mission goers with like the same icon don't usually have missions all in a row, so yeah, a little bit of a weird one. I was get crushed by a plane there. Is it gonna be here? There it is, the Maverick. Very useful. Also, heat-seeking missile launcher. May as well grab that every time you come to the airport, but especially in this case because it is useful. As I've got, I didn't change haircut for this episode. Usually I like to change haircuts when we're in a different part of the state. I'll probably end up doing that. off camera. To be honest with you, I probably would have just kept the cornrows the entire way through, but I didn't have enough money when I bought the afro, so it's just been sort of a fun thing to change hairstyles every time we move into a new place. So yeah, next episode maybe expect a different hairstyle, so that'll be exciting for you, I guess, if you care about that stuff. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Either way, I don't want to be flying this low because trees. And we'll park the helicopter here. There we go. Alright. Let's get on the mission, and the mission is interdiction.
Roger that, big monkey. I got a 13-6 fat vulture. Need to acquire a drowning baby. Over. What? In 15 by the fat moon. Breaks your heart. Over and out. Carl, I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah, I'll do you a proper injury, man. What you knowing about my brother?
Relax. He's in prison upstate. D-Wing, cell 13. To the left, I got a child killer who wants to rip his throat out. To the right of him, I got a white supremacist who wants to eat his heart, to be precise. Now, don't worry. Tenpenny and Pulaski are really relatively benign, unless, of course, you're a family member of Officer Pendlebury, whom they shot when he threatened to expose them. But you do know all about that, right?
Damn. Hey, man, how you know all this stuff, man? And won't you stop it?
You just don't understand, do you, kid? Look, it's all white knights and heroes. We have to make decisions, kid. You know, I try to set bad people on other bad people, and sometimes I let good guys die. He's your brother, but to me, he's just collateral. It's a very delicate decision. Over here, you got all the scumbags inside the country. And over here, you got all the scumbags outside the country. And me and my colleagues, we're the fucking pivot. Keep the government in work. Which reminds me, come here, okay? I need you to head over here in the buggy outside, okay? Okay, let off a flare. We got some precious cargo needs collecting.
Hey, hold up. What about my brother and all that shit you was talking about?
Hey, don't worry. Sweet's just fine. He gets touched. A prison guard goes home and finds that his wife and kid have been murdered. Everything's under control. We'll talk later. Now, come on, get out of here.
Plot twist. The actual story of Max Payne was caused by Max Payne touching Sweet, and Torino ordered his wife and kids to be murdered. I know that's not true, but either way. So, we've got to go and let off a flare and pick up some precious cargo, apparently. Another secretive mission for the forever secretive Mike Torino, which is fair enough, actually. In fairness, if I was a government agent, I probably wouldn't say a fucking word. I'd be a really good government agent, because I have no friends. Anyways, let's get our way over here in helicopter. You can see why I chose the helicopter now. The desert is vast, and driving up here, it takes a while. So, the more we can fly during this mission, the better. Also, we've got a nice selection of vehicles there. I mean, there's some good ones, but we won't take any of them because we've got the helicopter. Or we'll have the helicopter, provided I can figure out how to, excuse me, land it correctly.
Jesus, what took you?
Torino, where you at?
Miles away. No time for niceties, kid. Choose a vehicle, grab the equipment I provided, get to that drop zone, and wait for that package.
I don't want the rockets, but thank you, because I've already got a rocket launcher. Take a suitable vehicle. This is the most suitable vehicle in the world. Super suitable. Alright, the one thing I need to do in this mission is figure out a good place to park this, because there is a very real chance that it'll get destroyed by things. So, what I'm thinking is like here. And if it gets destroyed, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'd rather it didn't, for my own sanity. Alright. There's the flare.
That's our cargo arriving now.
Jesus, will you stop doing that?
I think they're, I can't remember the name of... What's the in-game name of those? I can't remember. I know they're supposed to be Chinook helicopters, I believe. They can actually land on water, even in this game, which is actually quite useful. I might use those for getting the oysters.
Hold up. Shit,
If I can get one.
got trouble. 2 agency choppers coming in on an intercept. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Shoot them down. Protect the cargo at all costs.
Okay, and this is why we've got the heat-seeking launcher, because it makes shooting down enemy agency helicopters a lot easier, as long as the actual real helicopter doesn't get in the way. Where's that landing? Where's that landing? Yeah, you need to watch where these land, because they can very much land on top of you, which is not good. Speaking of not good, when they go out of range. Keeping an eye on the mini-map just to make sure we don't get landed on. That one's so far away it's okay. It's actually quite cool to see how the heat-seeking launcher works. And there's also another rocket launcher pickup there as well. So he's now going to retreat and drop the package towards an abandoned airstrip by the looks of it. I don't know why, considering we've just cleared the LZ, although maybe he wants the LZ to be completely uncompromised and undiscovered by rival agency helicopters. Also a 2-star wanted level, but hopefully there's no officers around. Come on, get in the air, 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 get in the air. Fun fact, by the way, even though it doesn't have a horn, if you hold down the horn button while in a helicopter, it will still stop the police from opening the door. If you didn't see that earlier in the LP, if you want to stop the police opening your door, don't get me wrong, it doesn't help you if they're already opening the door. But if you hold the horn, then they'll just sit there and flip you off, as opposed to opening the door. So, it's actually a really useful feature that I only just found out about that one. But it's true. It is a way to avoid getting busted, which is useful. Package hasn't even landed yet. And there's another helicopter there as well if we need to go ahead and grab that one. Unfortunately, we need to wait for this thing to land.
Okay,
There it goes.
Get the package back to Las Brujas.
Where are you? You giving me the heebie-jeebies, man.
Carl, I will always be watching, or listening, or both.
Also, it doesn't work if the door's open either, because they can just run straight in and do it. So I'm going to halt. Every time I'm taking off in a helicopter, when I have a wanted level, I am always holding down the horn button. Always, always, always holding down the horn button. Just in case. You can never be too safe with that stuff. So, that's my preferred tactic, if you will. Just simply hold down the horn button and then they can't get in whatsoever. So now we need to fly all the way to Las Brujas. Again, you can really see why the helicopter comes in handy for this mission, because it just allows you to travel around so much easier. This mission's usually a good 10-15 minute mission, whereas with the helicopter you can shorten that down to about 5. Only $1,000 for that. Incredible. The police now aren't interested, so we can just take off. And back to Torino's, because apparently we have another mission for him. Hopefully it's not nearly as dull as the interdiction, sorry. I get that confused with a mission called misappropriation, which is in the similar sort of area. You'll see that mission later on. Similar sort of area, helicopter dependent, but not quite the same mission. It's actually quite different to that mission itself. Also, there's a few safe houses around here for sale, which of course we'll explore later on. In fact, I'm going to have to buy one very shortly because I need to change clothes for the next episode. Anyways, as we now attempt to come down to land, helicopter not quite playing ball with me. Let's go see what Torino wants in Verdant Meadows.
It's amazing.
What's up now, Torino?
This history, it's all lies. It says Hitler killed himself, and then we nuked Japan. And people believe this shit. Jesus. Well, if it makes them sleep better at night, I guess.
Hey, man, what did you want? Is you gonna free my brother?
No, not now. And here's a little news flash. I said that to get you to do something for me.
Man, you real fucked up.
But the shocker is, we are gonna look after him. Because I need him alive as much as you do.
Oh, thanks.
You know, after what you've done for me, it's like you're a pro now. I got double agents in Panama. I want to put a price on your head. A Russian spy, little fat Boris-looking guy. He's asking for clearance to interrogate you. Russian style. Calipers on the genitals. Feels good. You'd like it.
That ain't nothing cool, man. Just leave me alone. You bad news.
Don't worry about it. The Russians got bigger things to worry about than your genitals, believe me. The whole country went to shit. You know, we tried hard to put a lid on it, but that idiot Gorbachev with his little strawberry in his forehead, he gave away the crown jewels. Still, they got their, their boy in the White House. That was nice.
So, what you want me to do?
Now listen, I need you to buy me some property, okay? Shouldn't cost that much. You offer them $1. If they give you a hard time, kill them. I'm gonna need you to start doing some real wet work here for me soon, okay? Enough of this little girl bullshit. Now get out of here. Come on, beat it.
Alright, we've got to go to the abandoned airstrip and buy it. That'll be cool. So, that cutscene, very funny, don't get me wrong. I like the calipers on the genitals, and Russia went to shit, which, I mean, to be fair, kind of did. However, the whole line about offer them $1, well, you gotta find out this property costs quite a lot more than $1. You need to have a decent capital set up for this mission, which, if you're going through the game like we are, 100%ing stuff, basically on the same lines as what we're doing, you'll have plenty of money, like we do now. However, if you're playing through the main story missions exclusively, you might have a cash flow issue when it comes to this. Don't get me wrong, I believe this is the last property, or basically the last thing you really have to spend money on in this game, technically, so from now on, it's basically free money for you, but yeah, it's still a little bit of a hard time. Hey look, it's the abandoned airstrip from the previous mission. No wonder they want this property, considering they were so happy about landing their thing on it. Ooh, phone call.
Yo, CJ. It's like Jethro, dude.
Hey, Jethro, how is it?
Yo, dude. The garage is coming along nicely, man. But I rang about something else. There's an unofficial street racing club in San Fierro.
Unofficial as in illegal, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Anywho, they meet up around the driving school someplace. Thought you might, like to know.
Thanks, Jethro. I'ma think about it, and I'll holler at you. Later, man.
So you could go illegal street racing as well. Interestingly, didn't set that up in San Fierro while I was there, but never mind. Either way, $80,000, not $1, $80,000, and that is the abandoned airstrip bought. Now, from here, and this is the way the game works, it actually physically requires you to do the school that's attached to it, which is flight school. So we'll watch the cutscene for this. But the next episode is when we're going to tackle the flight school. So, we'll watch the cutscene.
Well, Carl, so what do you think of our new base of operations?
It's missing something. Maybe a tennis court and a pool would help motivate me better.
Very nice, Carl, very cute. So listen, now, you're gonna have to learn how to fly.
No, I ain't.
Yes, actually you are. I set out a series of tests for you. You can access them on that TV. You're gonna have to prove to me that you can fly if you're gonna continue working towards your brother's freedom.
Shit. Whatever, man.
Very nice.
So in the next episode, we are going to learn to fly. But until then, thank you all very much for watching. And see you next time. Farewell.
Uptown, downtown, speeding all around. The naked 47 got the power and it's bound to move any mother that gets in my way. Just another power machine on the freeway. Riding with me, there's my MC homeboy. Knowing the rules ain't part of his program. Finding the right way around this map might be pretty hard cause he's fucked on crack. G, Grand Theft Auto.